welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into a really interesting framework our sources use for looking at reality.
That's right. It's this idea of signal and sediment.
Signal and sediment. Sounds almost geological, but it's more metaphysical, right? A way to understand, well, almost everything.
Pretty much. Think of signal as that flash of meaning, like a sudden insight, or maybe just a feeling you get from someone's tone.
Okay, like information that's arriving. Ephemeral.
Exactly. It's fleeting, maybe, but powerful. It demands attention. Some sources even describe it as like a cosmic ping or a whisper. It's sort of vibrational, not quite solid.
Gotcha. So that's the signal to spark. Then sediment. That must be the other side of the coin, the stuff that lasts.
Precisely. Sediment is what remains. Reality's weight, you could say. It's the accumulation, the patterns built up over time.
Like cultural norms, or even habits.
Absolutely. Cultural rituals, psychological scripts, even physical things like scar tissue. It's the record, the bedrock. It provides the stability, the context.
So signal kind of activates things, and sediment grounds them, retains them.
You've got it. Sediment holds the patterns, builds our belief systems. Signal disrupts, sediment retains.
The sources call this a living dialectic, which sounds important. It's not just two separate things, is it? They interact.
Constantly. It's a dynamic relationship. A strong signal can really shake up established sediment, force us to reconsider things.
Like a big scientific discovery changing everything we thought we knew.
Perfect example. But crucially, that signal needs the right kind of sediment, the right context, to even be understood or accepted.
Okay. So a signal might arise, but if the groundwork isn't there, it just fizzles out.
Exactly. The source mentions prophecy needing a prepared cultural landscape to resonate. Without the right sediment, the signal has nowhere to land,
Right. And what about the reverse? Lots of sediment, but not much new signal coming in.
Well, that's where you get stagnation. Things become rigid. Think of maybe bureaucracy that hasn't adapted, or dogma that refuses any new input.
It just gets stuck. That makes sense. It feels relevant on a personal level, too.
How so?
Like you have a sudden moment of clarity. The signal, a real aha moment.
Definitely a signal.
But if you don't do anything with it, if it doesn't become a new habit or change how you think, change the sediment of your life, then it was just a flash in the pan.
Exactly right. That's the integration part. The signal needs to find its way into the sediment for lasting impact. That's where true evolution happens, according to these sources. It's that interplay.
This feels incredibly relevant now with digital culture and everything. We're just swimming in signals, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely. Notifications, updates, constant streams of information. It's signal overload.
But does it form meaningful sediment? Sometimes it feels scattered.
That's the potential problem. So much signal, but maybe not enough grounding, not enough shared meaning being built. It can lead to fragmentation, maybe a lack of depth.
Yeah, a lot of flashes, but maybe not enough sticking power.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the opposite of, say, some very traditional institutions.
Right. They might have deep, solid sediment history, rules, structures, very stable.
But they can struggle with new signals, can't they? Slow to adapt.
That's the risk. Too much resistance from the existing sediment. They can become unresponsive, kind of brittle even, unable to integrate the new.
So finding that balance seems key, both for societies and just for us as individuals.
Really does.
Like if you only live by signal, chasing every new thing, you're sort of rootless, maybe just reacting all the time.
Yeah, constantly adrift, no firm ground.
But if you're only living in the sediment, you're stuck.
Yeah.
Trapped in old patterns, maybe missing opportunities for growth.
That's the core tension, isn't it? True well-being, real growth, seems to come from navigating that tension, integrating the signal, evolving the sediment.
Okay, so wrapping this up, the big idea is that we need both. Signal to new, the activating spark, and sediment, the accumulated structure. They're not opposites, but complementary forces.
Yeah, defining a kind of living truth, something that's dynamic and stable. It's a powerful lens, actually.
It really is. It makes you think differently about change, stability, learning, everything. Which brings us to a final thought for you listening. Considering this duality, this dance between signal and sediment in your own life, how might you get better at noticing the important signals? And maybe more importantly, how can you consciously help them find fertile ground, help them become meaningful sediment?
Something to chew on.
Definitely. Thanks for exploring this deep dive with us today.